What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You want to know how my day's been going? So I had duty today, which means I basically go into work for like 30 minutes and not do anything. No big deal, right? So last night I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna go to the gym on the way home, because that's usually what I do during the week, and then I'll come home and get whatever I need to get done today. So but anyways, I left work this morning, showed up to the gym, sat in my car, watched TikTok as I do, and I made my pre-workout, drank my Bang that I had, drank my protein shake that I had. I was ready to go, got out of my car, went in to change, and realized I don't have my gym pass. So I'm dying on pre-workout in Bang right now, and my heart's kind of killing me. And it was going to take like an hour and a half for me to come back home, grab my gym pass, and go all the way back to the gym. So I was like, it's not worth it at this point. Maybe I'll go later today, maybe not. But anyways, I'm dying right now, so hopefully doing some yard work and getting some stuff done that I need to get done will do its thing, and, you know, sweat it out maybe and whatnot. But anyways, I'm gonna get to work because I'm dying, and you can tell my mind is racing right now. So I'm gonna get to work. Nonetheless, it's only like 9 a.m. and it's probably like 75 degrees out right now. So you can see most of my yard is in the shade. So I'm hopefully gonna get this done before the sun comes up and starts killing me, because it's gonna be like 85, 90 degrees a day. First thing I want to show you was this right here. As you can tell, compared to this side of the yard, it's obviously not as green, because I've started my reseeding process. So I took a metal rake, raked up all the vine grass and stuff that I had, and got it all up basically to the fence. The only thing I didn't get was this back corner. So basically, I'm gonna see how well this grows in, to see how thick it gets, and how well it goes. This is probably gonna be my most trouble, because this doesn't get as much sunlight as this, and I've been having problems with it even before reseeding. So we're gonna see how thick it goes in. If it goes in really thick, I'm gonna do this side of the yard, and I'm gonna put a bunch of nitrogen fertilizer and stuff in it, because I was told that'll outgrow all the weeds basically and pretty much force them out of my yard. So, which is ideally what I want. This area is not so bad, but it's not the same grass, because I got Bermuda grass, and I think this is just regular, I don't even know what it is, St. Augustine grass or something. So not a bad grass to have, but I'm gonna see if I can get a better grass in here. So if that works well over there, I'm gonna put it over here. Update on the fire pit, I guess, next. As you can see, it's still cracked and beaten up and abused and used and whatnot, and I will plan on getting that done eventually. However, the first thing I need to do is get rid of the rest of this wood. I've already cut up some of it. The original pile that was here is finally gone, but you can see all this stuff is here, make my yard look bad. It's kind of pretty, but it's got to go. Next order of business, and I have not opened it yet, but I'm going to eventually, is clean out the garage. I gotta sweep it out. I gotta get all the rest of the wood shavings and old electrical tape and connectors and stuff out of there, because it's looking a little janky in there, and I want to be able to put my Camaro in there. So I'm gonna clean that out as well, sweep it out, blow it out with my leaf blower and stuff like that, make sure it's all clean, good to go. Paige, if you're watching this, you might want to skip ahead, because you're probably not going to like this next part. But as I said in a past video, I have some cats living underneath my house. I have like 3 or 4 maybe, and I'm trying to get rid of them. Well, I walked into the garage the other day. In the back corner back there, there was a puffball. I didn't know what it was, and I walked back, and let's just say some cats did not get along, and one of them ended its life subscription, or had its life subscription ended back there. So it was kind of disgusting. It was not pretty. It was not cute in any way, unfortunately. So I was like, you know what? It was like 9 p.m. at that point. I didn't want to clean it up then. I also didn't have enough gloves, or I didn't have any gloves actually. So like disposable gloves to pick it up and throw it away and whatnot. So like, I'll do it tomorrow. Came back the next day. Luckily, it was gone. So the only thing that's left is a few stains on the ground and some hairballs that are going to ground. So when I clean it out, I'll clean out the hairballs. I'll get a little scrub that stuff off the ground, make sure it gets fully clean. But unfortunately, that happens. So I'm sorry, Paige, but yeah, stuff happens. Life happens. I got my saw. We're gonna go clean or we're not gonna clean anything. We're gonna cut up some wood. So let's do it. I also want to point out, and I hope you guys appreciate, my makeshift sawhorses here. They're homemade, custom, and yeah, they work out pretty well. As you can see, you see all the dust here. I was cutting the boards the other day, so Whew, yeah, I'm gonna prop you guys up and then let's do it. Well, let's see what happens. So. All right, well, finally finished that. So here's the aftermath and the results and everything. Yeah, went pretty well. Only took about like 25 minutes maybe. I only saw 2 frogs, a lot of bugs, and 1 teeny tiny snake, so kind of boring. Next thing I'm gonna do is actually get my weed whacker, and I'm gonna smack all this stuff down, grab my lawnmower, and flatten it out so it looks like the rest of the yard. So all right, you guys get the little POV it looks like here. I only got hit a little bit, and it looks like you guys only got hit a little bit too. But it's finally done. Very itchy now. I guess I'm gonna go get my lawnmower now, and we'll shred up the rest of the stuff. Look at the little lizard. He's running around there. Come here, Mr. Lizard. See him in there? Look at him. He's just chilling. All right. Last order of business is I'm gonna take. I think this one. I'll take this one. I have this old. Not really old, I just had it for a while. I have this weed killer. So last thing I'm gonna do for this over here is actually spray down this, because most of them were just weeds. So I'm gonna kill them. And then, like I said, if my front lawn goes pretty well with the reseeding process, I'll put seeds in this same spot too, over here. So I'm gonna switch over my hose to the weed killer, and I'm gonna spray it down real quick. So let me hook this up because I need 2 hands for this, and I'll be back. All right, got it hooked up. It's in there, and let's spray. Look at that. I'm just gonna coat everything down here, make sure it gets wet, and then make sure I get all the weed killer on it. So I'm gonna spray this down for about 2 minutes here. Then we'll figure out what else I'm gonna do. He thought I wouldn't see him sitting there. Hello, bad boy. He's probably gonna jump up me at some point, so I'm gonna leave him alone a little bit. All right, last order of business for this video, because I don't want it to be too long, and I already know that between me cutting up wood and watering plants or crops or whatever, weeds, that's what it is, I'm looking for, the weed. Last order of business we're gonna talk about in this video, that way it's not too long, is this bad boy right here. Before I even talk about this conundrum, I'm gonna play a little bit of video for you, so here it is. What's up, guys? Long time no talk. Currently in my backyard, I was lawn mowing, and I got to my back here, as you can see, which is mostly dead, and I was gonna get it ready because I'm planning on putting a patio back here. So I was gonna start prepping it when, before I was about to cut all this stuff over here, I discovered this. Well, in a way, just this portion up here with this rock was like sticking out, and I have some pieces over there, as you can see, that I previously pulled out of the ground. And I was wondering why certain ones looked like tiles and stuff. Like these ones are all squared off over here, you can see. So I was like, maybe there was a patio back here at one point or something that contained these things. I was like, okay, no big deal. Maybe a lot of it's just buried. Well, I'm looking at this, and this actually drops down. I don't know if it's going to show it that well. This actually drops down about a foot into some pretty murky, watery stuff. I have no idea what it is. I don't think it's a septic tank. I don't know if it's a pool. So I'm gonna have to do some research, see what it is, and get back to you on that, because I have no idea what this is, and I really don't feel like digging up someone's ground if there's a ton of there's a giant hole in the ground with water in it. So I'm gonna get an inspector or someone out here to take a look at that to see if they can figure out what it is. So yeah, kind of scared me, honestly. There's also a bunch of cockroaches in there, and I had to fend them off from fighting for my life. But yeah, that's another, add that to the list of problems I gotta deal with now. So I don't remember exactly what I said in that video. All I know is that I just, hey, I'm home from trip, and then this happened. So yeah, you can see all these rocks were basically just wedged in there. Pulled them out, and that was there. So you guys already know about the squares I found over there. So originally I had thought, oh, well, there's a pool or an old patio that's underneath here. Unfortunately, that is not the case. It is an old septic system. That is what an inspector told me. Had an inspector come out and look at it. So yeah, it's just an old septic system. So my house is hooked up to city sewer, which is good, because that means I'm not filling up this thing for the past however many months and haven't had it drained. And also doesn't smell, which is good. So it's just been sitting here. The last person, whenever they switched over to city sewer, they just never filled it in. So this is the next thing I have to deal with, is I have this crack in my yard. So I don't know when exactly I'm gonna have it drained. I'm still waiting to hear back from those companies, and then we'll see. But yeah, so now I have this to worry about. Our last deal of business is obviously my garage. I will get that cleaned out here in a minute. But I don't want this video to go on too long, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. And if it's interesting, I may do the garage in the next video, but who knows. My mind is still racing, even though I've been sweating, so my heart is kind of slowed down. So I'm gonna grab some water. I'm gonna clean out my garage, but nonetheless, I will see you guys in the next one. So if you guys want to keep up with the reseeding process, if y'all want to keep up with the wood burning process, because I will make a video about having campfire with some friends very soon. If you want to keep up with redoing the fire pit, or what happens with the weeds, or even what happens with this, because even I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this. But nonetheless, if you're interested in any of that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I know this wasn't the most interesting video I've done, but you know what? I'm productive today, so that's my main goal right now. So nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.